Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Embody Your True Essence with me, Ikue. It's Monday. It's Monday. It's Monday. How's your mood today? Today is a Grandmaster Libra day, step 15. So one, I love and I think and I receive. So today is a very, very powerful day in this Libra season, and it's a double Libra day. So I'm very excited to unwind and talk about the stuff that I actually learned for the last few days. But meanwhile, type in the comment how you guys feeling today. I think can you guys hear me? I just realized my microphone was not off. Right here. Hope you can hear me. Hi, everyone. Nice to see you guys. Hello, hello. I totally forgot to put the microphone. So it's really beautiful. It's out. It's sunny and it's blue sky. Relatively quiet compared to usual. I'm at the cottage for 2 days doing fascial maneuvers while watching you. Oh, that's amazing. Are you taking your time? Hello, I am Progress 70. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Very happy to hear. Marco, are you here? Oh. If I haven't followed you, I'll follow you. Malcolm is works for Human Garage and he helps me a lot. That's awesome. Good morning, everyone. Very happy you guys are here. Today is October 7th. Just to start with, today is a Libra, Grandmaster Libra day. I love being a Libra, but I also noticed that I haven't really been in my element. Yeah, hi Marco. I haven't even in my elements as a Libra. I was more of a Capricorn for a very long time, I realized. So I'm a 26 Libra, and 26 net to 8 means Capricorn, and it has a lot of masculine energy. And I realized that I was living my life like this for a very long time, especially I don't know, since I came to Canada by myself, and I really felt that I need to support myself by myself. I don't have anyone, any family. I mean, I put myself in that situation to kind of relive my past life also, right? And feeling not good enough. And, because I don't feel good enough, I need to work so hard to chase something and to earn some, earn that trust, earn something and like all about my life was to go out there, work hard, prove myself. But now I got so sick and tired of this pattern, and I finally coming to realize that I don't want to live like this anymore. And I just want to start attracting who I am, which is I'm calm. I'll get into that more. Namaste. Yes. Yes. Very tired. Almost the end of the day for me. Okay, I see. I hope you had a great day. It feels very calming listening to IKUEDANCER. Oh, really appreciate it. So today is a very special day personally. My parents' wedding anniversary. So I never really, thought about numerology and the stuff that happens according to numbers. But obviously, today is a very, very powerful day, considering how my parents got married, and on this day, special day, October 7th, and today's a Libra day, and so many things still happening in me. But the learning that I get from my experiences are are so huge and are worth sharing. So I'm very excited. Yeah, congratulations to your parents. Yes, thank you. Yes, yeah, I am here because my parents. So we are moving to step 15. It's the net to 6 Libra energy. Yeah, thank you so much, Insta rump. Yes, it's a very powerful day. Yeah. And then yesterday, if you're reflecting back what you learned, yesterday was jam night day, so we thought about a lot of things. I just want to get touch base with this sentence. In the greater narrative, your mind is searching for a new way to look at all your relationships in life. The way you see relationship directly relate to the way you see yourself. So if you see all your relationships as abusive, it also means you see yourself as a victim. So that's a huge one, right? Each mental perspective you have comes from a mental perspective you hold about yourself. Therefore, today is about changing the narrative you come from with relationships in the first place. This perspective usually comes from a childhood event, trauma, or experience that taught you over time to view yourself in a certain role in your relationships. You may have adopted that role without ever questioning your heart as to its validity. And another thing that Serious Joy said was, yesterday, you may discover that your approach to relationship is skewed to begin with. So it comes from the luck instead of you were loved. For instance, you may realize you approach relationships expecting to be taken advantage of, or you expect you must earn their love. This hit me really hard. I think I was chasing so much, maybe not necessarily through my childhood, but maybe through, the failed relationship many times after many times. I kind of developed a theory in me that I'm not lovable, I'm not enough, and then love needs to be earned. And I also I had this pattern where because I didn't have a lot of self-esteem, like that's also from a childhood, because I didn't have a strong self-esteem, when somebody tried to lead my life or, not liking me, here comes a people pleaser. And that adds to more bad cycle inside my relationships. Like, oh, I need to hold on to, don't leave me. And then when they left, I put myself down. What is it about me that, got me into this situation? Totally play a victim, and then totally felt I was not enough to be loved, even though there was a lot of abusiveness. But at the same time, it's all about how I look at things. So, but then because I played a victim, and the relationship moving forward, whatever relationship am I going through, it's kind of like from the luck, come from the fear. So I took a lot of action based on that idea. And if I didn't get that reaction I was looking for, and then I would try to give myself more. And so, but then they were first frustrated in the first place because they weren't appreciating how I approach things. Maybe I didn't give them what they exactly wanted at the point in time. For example, I wasn't really reading the room. It's not about the love, but it's about the exchange at the moment. We go through emotions, right? And then maybe that person just needed the space where I tried to pour with my love. So this person maybe ended up feeling overwhelmed. It's like, just give me space. It's like, I love you. Just give me space. But that part was really hard for me. So I learned that yesterday with some contemplation. Moving forward, I am embodying how I am loved, I am enough, and I deserving of all the great things. And I also wrote it down. I am grateful for my life, and I'm grateful for that I get to live an abundant life doing what I love to do every day. That's another thing. And really think about, I really love what Sensei Christopher said in the pep talk yesterday. He said, like we were figuring out what we deserve and what we want. But I think the word want is necessarily a good word, because it like we want into something is like, another way of chasing. And so how he used the phrases he used was, my heart belongs to this. So I'm going to start using it instead of, see things. It's like, oh, wow, I want this. I deserve to get this. But it's like, wow, using outside as an inspiration. And it's like, wow, my heart belongs to this. I think that's a great phrase to use. So wrote it down, and my heart belongs to elevating, valuable, fair, equal, loving, caring, fun relationship. So I really want to stop trying so hard. That's when, something that one of the themes that I'm learning through this is really tap into my femininity, what it's like to be feminine. When we, when we started to wake up and think about, oh, the women's role. Women's have been oppressed, and there's a lot of anger and a rage, right? As a culture, as an individual. And it's like, no, I'm not going to do this anymore. Like, all the men's, or I hate you, like, it's like, just like the beginning of the healing, right? But we can't stop there. And I saw the growth during this time. It's not about pointing out fingers onto somebody. You did this, you did that. Really pay attention to that. Maybe the emotion, the intention that led to that action on somebody else. Because I hold on to that, somehow attracted to that reality because of the core belief. Again, it's a core belief, core belief. So yeah, I don't have to, so I keep telling myself, I don't have anything to become, I don't, we normally say, we'll become the best version of ourselves. And then from a perspective, yes, but I really want to start embodying. There's nothing to become anymore. I just be, and whatever I need, just come. And then I take action on that from there. But I don't need to take action like this anymore, I really want to start embodying that. So that's something that coming up for me. Yeah. Hello, Nigerians. Yesterday, my baby strolled walking. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that is so, the little things like that. But I say little things, so that's a huge things. But it's really powerful, just lift up your mood. Yesterday, I was sharing my fascial maneuver classes, and I use Human Garage account. Tried to share it, and I realized that Human Garage just earned 1 million followers. Super, like, on Instagram. And that's a huge milestone. They wanted this for a very long time. Originally, when they started to grow their social media, it started on TikTok. And TikTok, they earned 1 million followers probably 2 years and a bit, maybe like 2.5 years ago. And then that was a very exciting time. And then I thought, okay, I'm gonna be that. I'm gonna earn 1 million followers. And then there was a time that I just keep posting stuff and then trying to earn. But TikTok is another monster, right? And also, just because you earn 1 million TikTok, then, can I make a living out of TikTok? It's not like that. Like, the amount of followers you have does not reflect the abundance of whatsoever, right? So that's something that I learned. You can still keep growing followers, but I think as in the process of it all, it's very important to keep building what you really want through this as you're building the social platform, because building the social platform is not our goal. As we building, what are you trying to create? What kind of messages you're trying to send? So that's what I wanted to focus on. Yeah, that's where I am. Yeah, that's amazing, right? Yeah, very happy that they got to do that. So yesterday, just to summarize, what I learned was really start tapping into that divinity, divine feminine power, where I know I am exactly where I need to be, and there's nothing to chase but to attract and manifest. And it's just kind of like I am ready to receive, and I trust what I come. It's good for me, but I think I also noticed that fear in me. It's kind of like, okay, so, I tap into my femininity. I start attracting everything and everything, everything and anything. What if I attract something that I don't want? And that's the fear, right? And I told myself, well, I know better. I know how to discern, and I know my boundaries. So if I attract something that is, crossing boundaries, I can pause and stop. So there's nothing for me to really fear anymore, because I know who I am. And so I can use filters, right? It's not a shield. I can use filters and boundaries. So that's where I find a lot of power in that. There's, like, I think it's like sometimes we're afraid of our own power. It's like, oh, then I realize power comes from not being afraid of my power anymore. Does make sense? Like power comes from not be afraid of our own power, because we are somehow part of us afraid of attracting some some type of reality. So it's like you don't want that, so you're blocking the blessing and ended up blocking blessing from other things, right? So what I learned was, okay, I am start embodying. I am powerful. I'm a magnet for love, magnet for all the opportunities, abundance, creation. And if I ended up attracting something that I want, I will immediately know what it is. And also, there are millions of perspectives, so I don't need to worry about what I attract. Like, I get to decide. I have choices in every moment. So that gave me a lot of inner peace for my ego, because the ego always wants to protect me. And I love that. Thank you, anger. Thank you, sadness, for being here, reminding me, sorry, it's really loud, reminding me that I have those things. But I make peace with myself, making peace with myself. So that's a huge part, making peace with yourself. So my heart knows where I belong. My heart knows where I belong. So that's a very, very powerful place. Yeah. So let's rub our hands, step into that energy. Yeah. So creating the inner peace through all of this. Whether there's a lot of noise, you can always find the inner peace. I think that's something that I'm learning in this, ended up choosing this place where in the middle of the city there's a lot of noise, but it's not forever. We can always change. But meanwhile, I just know that I can always find inner peace and keep grounding myself and know where I belong. So I know where I don't belong, and I get to choose that. And I stop playing the victim of my life because I'm the creator, right? And I stop pointing fingers at everybody because it's my responsibility. And with that perspective, I show more compassion and kindness to others and to myself. I love myself, and let's just go around our body. And I love myself, I forgive myself, and most importantly, I value myself, right? And so it's an everyday work, right? Reprogramming our mind. It doesn't happen in one day because we practice the opposite for a very long time. So we need to reprogram our subconscious. So this is a work, but I am doing the work, and that's why I have a lot of learning. And I also, another thing I wrote down was, I'm ready to tap into my feminine energy, like fully embodying feminine energy. And I think when when the healing happens and then you realize you played a victim and you're kind of pointing fingers at men, and it's like, you've done this, you've done that. It's like, how can I let myself, attract these type of men? And then you get so angry. But at the end of it, I can't stop there. Like, they also have masculine and feminine energy in them, and relationships are never one-sided, right? We're both learning both sides. So, and I think, there's a lot of discussion around gender talk, and we get to choose whatever we want to believe. But something that resonates with me deeply lately is the role in the relationship. Men are providers. I'm not just talking about financial, aspect of it. You can be equal, but I think women's only kind of like fully flourish when they know that they were safe, protected, cared, provided, nurtured, and taken care of, like in many aspects, emotionally, physically. And that provider, you know, like when you live by yourself, or like when you thought that okay, you needed that, like as a woman you needed that stuff to happen, and you always wanted to be the strong one and need to take care of the household. But I think it's like women ended up doing that and killing ourselves, like draining ourselves. But because we are like that, men cannot step in and help, right? We're finding the balance. We're finding our balance of masculinity and femininity inside of us, so that our reflection is going to be that balance of both energy. Something that has been really coming up in my situation and my client situation. So I think we're all learning to balance out our masculine side and feminine side. For me, I really want to embody this femininity, and just know that there's nothing to chase, but just be. And if I'm in my true essence, everything is meant to fall into place, and I don't need to control. That control is another thing, right? Like needing to control, needing to overcare and taking care of everybody, especially if you have child. Like that is literally a toxic masculinity. There's nothing to control, just to surrender. Hi Jonathan. Good morning. Just to surrender and flow. And I am learning to flow in every aspect of my life. My mind, you know, move my mind, move my fascia, move like water. But I think there's some part of us is like is holding on to the idea, if I don't do this, then I lose control or I fail. But I came to a point finally, if I fail, let it, you know. Just let it. There's nothing to control, there's nothing to chase. And someone wants to leave, let it, you know. When someone's like, it's okay. And then regroup myself and know that okay, I forgot that how powerful I am. There's nothing to force, it's only the power comes, power emerges in us if we stop being afraid of our own power. If we are afraid of our own power, what if like I get so powerful and it start to abuse its power? And so like you play small, but it's like this is where the problem is, because you play small, when somebody is acting up, then you try to control, micromanage situation. You just know that you're powerful and you're radically loved, protected, safe, and provided. And it's not just in a relationship, but provided by the universe, provided by God. Like trust the angels, and you ask for advice. You give full permission to help you, instead of just thinking that, oh, I have to do everything by myself. I really wanted to tap into that. So today is a Libra day. Libra is all about receiving. So that's what I'm embodying. I'm fully give myself permission to receive and get helped and then be provided. I don't need to work hard. Working hard is an old thing, you know. There's nothing to work hard, just to attract and be. So today is the second Grandmaster Day in Libra. Anyone born on September 15 is here to change how the world approaches relationships. Ironically, today a solution arises for how to change the next generation. Be mindful of your heart desires and watch how the mind argues with the heart. Who's the boss? Venus conjoining Juno reveal one must hold a positive light for the future if the future is to unfold in one's highest good. A grand compromise arrives on the Grandmaster Day, which leads to rewriting what relationships are and can be. With the moon in Sagittarius, emotional response is rather positive. So good news is The moon is in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is adventurous, very uplifting, and it just trying something new. So it's like think outside the box. That's also the Aquarius energy too. But we're in this like a little bit uplifting mode that really help us process, like, like what part of us needs to shift so that we started to attract the reality that we want and we deserve. And if you're thinking we're not if you're thinking you're not valuable, you attract the reality, right? So I do this like chanting, like I love my life, I love my job, I love what I do, I love myself, I forgive myself, I am valuable, and I value myself. Just keep chanting like that. And all is well. Everything is working for me in my favor. I know exactly where I need to be. Real connection never dies, and I can always cut any toxic cords. But good news is, real connection will never die. It's time for me to attract. It's time for me to stop trying, and it's time for me to just sit in my power and just be joyful and shining my own light and shine my true essence and elements. And that's all I need to do. And from there, take the next logical action with joy and love. And that's all I need to do. Nothing to chase, just surrender and flow. And if I say that, I can really help me feel better, because I think that's the truth. My heart agrees. My heart belongs what I just said. So really being mindful with that self-talk, right? Like the mind, like that. This is the trick. So going through this, the huge learning for me again was really unwind the part of myself that play victim and not feeling good enough. And because I was feeling the lack of self-esteem, I attracted a lot of relationship that for me to work so hard to earn something. But in any relationship, like, shift the narrative, not to be egotistic, but whoever that come into my life are so lucky. It's like you get to enjoy me, you get to enjoy my energy. That sounds very like egotistic and bold, but in a sense, it's just like start attracting that type of energy. I am so lucky, and you're so lucky to, we share. And that's what I like to embody. There's nothing to chase. There's nothing to chase. Everything I need comes to me. Life is a journey. There's no destination. And then I don't need to compare myself and compare my life path with other people. I am uniquely, like, I am slowly making peace with myself for being so different. And I'm continuing to be a bit different, because I am here to break that, like that family cycle right here, right now. So I am going to be bold, and part of me afraid of the judgment. Part of me afraid, especially judgment from parents. That makes me emotional, especially on that wedding anniversary day of my parents. But this is life, right? But they also maybe pick this date to be a wedding day because of a special reason. So I am here to break the cycle, and I'm here to break the cycle of lack of self-esteem, not feeling good enough, and not having, not sitting in my own power. I felt like I have no choices in life, but I do have choices in life. Every moment is just like, a scene of a movie. And another thing, I felt like I'm going to be more of an observer rather than be in the movie. I'm the director, right? It's kind of like, if you guys watch Shogun on Disney Plus. Hiroyuki Sanada was the samurai warrior. They just won Grammys. I think they won Grammys, and then they got a lot of awards. It's such a great show, samurai movie. Lots of harakiri, lots of people died, but he was a director as well as a main character. I think that's what I like to embody. I get to do both, you know. Like, I'm the director, I do all the production side and take care of that, but I'm also in the movie, and that's what it is, right? Like, we're the conductor, creator of our own life. And if I'm in the movie, and it's like, it's very hard, but we creating that scenario as a producer. So as a director, I can't forget the fact that I get to be an observer. And sometimes you need to play a role of a director more than be in the movie, because it's so hard to it's so hard to be in it, right? In the moment, like. But I think it's like switch back and forth. If you really want to experience that, you can fully be in the movie of illusion for a moment, but don't forget, at the end of the night, come out of that. It's observe what I have created, what I have experienced. Wow, that was beautiful, right? So I love that explanation that I just came up with. Shogun, yeah. You are the director as well as the main character, right? You're switching roles and changing costume, outfit. So the card that I picked today, I tapped 15 times, Libra energy, and 2 cards came out. I tried to pick one, but I equally felt both energy. So of course they are all both connected. I picked be bold, don't be afraid to stand up. Yeah, we all know that. Be bold, don't be afraid to stand up. You are meant to shine, so be bold and just put on a damn lipstick. And freedom lies in being bold, and boldness requires courage. This is where we need to be courageous, courageous. Being bold can be as simple as wearing a new shade of lipstick and trying a new hairstyle, to quitting your stressful 9 to 5 and backpacking around the world for a few months. Each time you take courageous action, you build confidence to continue to express your most authentic self without giving a shit about others' opinions. You pull this card, it's time for you to stop hiding your light and stand up from the crowd. You will never change the world if you're just like everybody else. Yeah. The more you accept your unique sparkle magic and have the courage to be who you really are, the more you inspire others around you to do the same. Be bold enough to speak your truth, brave enough to trust your heart, strong enough to live the life you have always imagined. You're meant to shine, so don't be afraid to stand up. Shine, shine, shine. I'm going to read the last sentence again. Be bold enough to speak your truth, brave enough to trust your heart, strong enough to live the life you have always imagined. You're meant to shine, so don't be afraid to stand up. Shine, shine, shine. I take fearless, bold action and allow my light to shine. So this all would happen when we sit in our own power, that we are provided, we're neutral, we care, we came here for a reason, and we are just walking the path courageously with so much trust and faith, right? Love that for today. Yes, Lee. And in order for us to be bold and take action, we need to write down our goals and dream big. So create goals that are worth going for and dream bigger than ever. And you are 42% more likely to achieve your goals if you write them down. So there's a study. Self-made millionaire Grant Cardone would agree, as he knows for writing his goal down twice a day. Twice a day is a lot, but this is how much you show yourself that you care, right? You love yourself. The first step in turning your dreams into reality is to stop wishing and stop believing, right? I think I desire, or I wish to something. Like, those are the chasing words, right? As I said in the beginning of the live, my heart belongs to this. So that's the step. Believing dreams. Write down your goals, no matter how big or how small, will hold you accountable to take action. When deciding your dreams and goals, be sure to choose something you're passionate about, so you don't find yourself giving up along the way because you've lost interest. Yeah, you gotta be passionate about. Passion is what drives your motivation to take the next action step. Passion is what drives your motivation to take the next action step. This reminds me of the song, This Little Light, I'm gonna let it shine. Yeah, nice. You're gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it, you don't have to hide your power, but sometimes we are afraid of our power for whatever reason. Seriously, one of the things that said, Ikue, you're afraid of acknowledging your power, to harness that power, because you don't think you can cope with that emotions that comes with as a result of that, whatever the fame or whatever I earned. So like, oh, that's very true. So that was in my way. Now I know that it's like, I can attract anything I want, and I can always use discernment. I always have a choice. I can always make choices. So, stop being afraid and be more courageous. Or it's okay to be afraid and do it anyways, because the more you do it, and you're less fear and scared about what's happening. So take the courageous action, but there's nothing to push. There's nothing to, it's like, again, it's the things are coming up, like femininity, like Libra rules by Venus. Embody the Venus. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Venus is the goddess type of energy that sit on her throne. And I think there's a lot of, fake spirituality per se, like when you look at, and there are some times that I apply that kind of theory, and I think, okay, this is what I would like to embody. But when you look at like some powerful women doing their own thing, I think, we're all learning. I'm not saying this from the judgment. It's more just the observation. We have a programming of, wanting to push something to make it happen. And so I think there's a lot of strong female figures where they just push through pain and manifesting a lot of things, but pushing with their masculinity so much that they broke down in the end, or become so toxic, if that makes sense. And I can see that. I want to embody the femininity, and instead of pushing, there's nothing to push, like take away my armor, the whatever, that shield, and just sit in my element, like soft, lay back, and trust, and know whatever whatever that are meant to me would never miss me. Like, it's a mind, it's like, is it true? It's a true, but it's like, whatever it meant for me will never miss me. And sometimes whatever meant to be not coming right away, because I'm in the way of that manifestation. So just surrender, let go of the control that we have, and just start taking that next logical step every day. And I don't need to rush. That's something that I was doing it and ended up tightening my hips so badly, because I carry a lot of impatient fear, resentment to, wanting to be successful right away. But we're like, the time is so irrelevant, and we're exactly where we need to be, and I don't need to rush. And here comes a lot of fear, right? It's like oh, we are aging every moment, our cells are dying. But that fear is almost gone inside of me, which is a great thing. Thanks to Human Garage and Fascia Universe, I noticed that as I'm moving my fascia, and hydrating my fascia, and working through that emotional part, that's the last step, right? The core belief about who I think I am. And that is that programming that affects everything about my life and my body, my health. And so now I've been moving and working through those emotions, releasing them, and one layers at a time, and getting to the core of, what has been the problem in the first place. I believe that human are, human have limitless possibilities, and we can literally attract everything I want. It's always like, it's kind of like, just like you escaping the matrix, like programming, astrological energy, and know that it exists, but you don't have to be controlled by that. Once you acknowledge it, once you acknowledge that this exists, you can always choose to rise above it. In any relationship, know that this exists and choose to rise above it. Any job or any astrological energy, and the energy exists. This is the energy of the day. Okay, I'm feeling in my body. I feel more powerful, uplifting today. Or some days I feel very sensitive today, Cancer type of day, right? Acknowledge it. Okay, this might come up. It's okay. I'm feeling this type of way. I'm not denying. I acknowledge it. I feel it. Choose to rise above it. And rising above it means making a different choice and respond differently, instead of ego trying to automatically react to the energy because that's what I'm used to. Rising above it is immediately become the observer and become the producer, conductor of your life. And okay, I'm feeling this way, and this is where I'm like, the movie is being played out, but let's see how it goes. Be an observer. I trust because I'm the creator, and I am supported by so many blessings, universe, God, angels, and I already set the intention. I give full permission to get some help. Please step in anytime. So how I look at things, I was thinking, whatever happened in my life, in a sense, it's very, very sad, and I'm grieving. But I'm also tell myself, this is a very exciting time. This is the moment I can really prove myself that I can create my own wealth, and with the help, and I can create my abundance, and without being distracted by someone's energy or someone's belief trying to pull me down. I can really focus on my energy and tune into that to take action on it. So in a sense, it's a very, very powerful time. And I need this time to embody femininity without being affected by whatever people, like, it's possible in any situation, but it's easier if you just get to focus on your own energy. So yeah, I take it as a very good thing, and taking one day at a time, because it's like there's a lot of things to sort it out, right? The fear and all that, but in enjoying the moment. Life is a journey, not the destinations, and the scenery changes, and it's like a movie. And tap into the sensation. What am I feeling right now? What do I want? What do I want? And what do I want to eat? Instead of being the autopilot for your own movie and the life that you're creating. So that intentional living is important before you do something, because we're unwinding the core toxic belief about ourselves. If you're unconscious, sometimes you do things and react things from the trigger, right? But just, I know Abraham Hicks talks about segment intending. Whenever you do some actions, okay, this is how I want to feel. Okay, tap into sensation, feeling. Okay, what do you feel today? Okay. And then don't forget to set that intention. I love myself. I value myself. Forgive myself. So let's finish with those affirmations. And right hand on your heart, left hand on the top of your head. Imagine the energy circulate through our heart. And our brain, our ego, is that servant for the heart. Servant. This is servant. This is almost like a slave, almost. They don't have a voice. It seems like they have a voice, but they don't. They don't get to choose. They don't. This is the boss. So we're reminding ourselves. This is a paradigm shift. Breathe through your mouth. 2, 3. Through your nose. 2, 3. Hello, brain. Hello, ego. Thank you for protecting me. I know I don't need this protection in my life anymore because I notice I am powerful. I know I'm powerful. So now sit back and do what my heart says. Hello, brain. So that was a brain. Hello, heart. You are in charge. You are a powerful being, and I trust you. Trust your discernment. I trust what you feel. I manifest where my heart belongs, everything that my heart belongs. I love myself. I am loved. I forgive myself. I am forgiven. I value myself. I am valued. I speak kindly of myself. I speak highly of myself. I am reprogramming myself every single day. I am kind, I am cared, I am safe, and I am protected. I am provided. That's a huge one. I am provided. provided. I'm nurtured. There's nothing to chase but to attract. I welcome all the good things in life, and I always have choices and options in every moment. I get to use discernment of my heart and strong boundaries because I know I have very strong core belief about myself. I am enough, I am loved, I am provided, I am safe, and I am protected. I embody my full femininity and take the next logical action. I trust. Fear and faith are the opposite energy, right? But both are believing invisible things. But if you believe in the unknown, that becomes faith. If you're believing what's the bad things that is invisible, that's a fear. So it's the same energy. Yeah, it's really about same energy, but how you look at things. Always looking for a thought that calms my mind, calms my ego, calms my brain, and continue to let my light shine from my heart. I needed to hear this. I've been trying to be somewhere else, but I'm just where I need to be and surrender. Yeah, we're exactly where we need to be. There's no comparison. This is hard. What I'm saying, how I'm saying it, and it's still how that. It's like I'm still working on that, but there's nothing to get to. Really, there's nothing to achieve. There's nothing to achieve. No destination. What are we doing? We're just playing, right? So we don't have to be so serious about it either, but I know that everything is possible. We can achieve goals, but there's no destination. So really about enjoying where you are. I found this song that I used it for one of the posts that I posted on social media, but let me just see. I really love what she said, and so I will share that and conclude the live today. Let me see. It's very beautiful. Embodiment song. Okay, so I found this song. Okay. Life is all about loving where you are. Life is all about loving where you are. Yeah, life is all about loving where you are. Hi Lee, love you too. I'm gonna type life is all about loving where you are. And that got me emotional because of what I'm going through right now. But we go through lots of different phases in life, right? Some good times, some bad times. Just because there's a good times and there's a bad times, there's no good or bad. It's more like preferences. This makes me feel good. It doesn't make me feel good, so that you know where you belong and where you don't belong. But at the same time, can we all just, without judgment, just loving where you are no matter what? Because embodying the idea that we are exactly where we need to be every moment. And there's no time, there's nothing to rush. Be kind to yourself. We're reversing 26,000 year cycle. So we have made a lot of difficult mistakes. We have made a lot of mistakes, but going through all of this, we're exactly where I need to be. Surrender. Every time that fear tried to catch you attention, it's just surrender. Just drop everything. It's like, I don't mind if I die tomorrow. I'll die now. It's like, let it be. If it's meant to be, just let it be. Just let it fall. If it's meant to be, it's like there's nothing to hold on to. But you can just be, surrender. That's where everything is there. Trust, love, care, attraction, everything that you want. So life is all about loving where you are. I'm gonna maybe write it down somewhere and then yeah, because I think that fear, impatience, distrust, not being able to see the bigger picture, let us take certain actions that led to where we are, in a sense, right? So if we were able to love where we are, then there's nothing to be sad about. There's nothing to be angry about. It's like, just love where you are. Just be that observer, be the producer. So I hope that give you some time to shift, and I'm gonna be posting this. But thank you guys for being here. Very grateful that we get to grow and we get to process and we get to love our life more and love ourselves. And this is the work. So I am grateful for my life. I am grateful that I get to live this life in this lifetime. Probably I wait for this life for a very long time, right? And I know where my heart belongs, and that's that's what I manifest. Always remember we are loved, cared, protected, provided, nurtured. Maybe not necessarily from a particular people. It's just that we're radically blessed, and let's embody that. Love where we are. So see you guys tomorrow, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.